Welcome back to this clown's garage. Welcome back to this clown's garage. In this video we have a 1935 Auburn and we're putting in turning signals on this car because it didn't come with it. So let me show you what I'm going to put on it. So this is what we're going to put on it. This is from United Pacific, turn signal switch, part number A5007. And this could be put on a 12 volt system or 6 volt system. But if you have a 6 volt system, make sure the indicator bulb is changed to a 6 volt. So this is what it comes with. This goes around the steering column to hold this in place, the signal switch. Also comes with a flasher, a connector for the flasher. And what you'll also need is a 15 amp fuse and one of these fuse holders. So let's begin. Okay, now this switch has to be grounded. You could ground it from the column, but I like just to have a separate ground for this. So what you do here is there's a screw in the front cap over here. You take that off, and there's two screws here. I already took this one off, that are held with a pair of nuts over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a eyelet over here onto one of those screws and feed it in with these wires down and get a separate ground for this. Okay, that's done. Okay, so I bent that little bit and I'm going to put that through. Put the nut over here and tighten that down. Okay, so that's good. Now I'm gonna put this in the car. Alright, now I'm opening this up all the way. It's gonna go through here. Good. Okay, even without putting a ground on this, it's grounded. So I'm just going to put another ground on it, it won't hurt. Alright, now for the number 1 wire and number 3 wire, which is the black down here, it tells you what it is, and the dark blue. One goes to the rear right, and number 3 goes to the rear left for the brake lights. The other circuit in the rear is the headlights. So, but we're just concerned with the brake lights. Now, if you go down here, these 2 wires, they go into the brake switch. Let me show you the brake switch. That's right there. And one's a constant 12 volt, and the other is only a 12 volt when you apply the brakes. So there's 2 wires here, but the one that's a 12 volt only when you apply the brakes is split into 2, into those two wires I showed you over there. Now every car is different. You have to figure, I had to figure out how this worked, but every car is different. Sometimes you have, most of the time you have the brake switch where the pedal is, so that's a little easier. So let me show you what I'm going to do over there. I'm going to cut those 2 wires that I showed you. I already applied power to those wires manually with my power probe, and I saw both lights went on in the back, both brake lights. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut them. They both went on because they were spliced to that one power wire when you press the brake. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut them both, apply power to one of them, 12 volts, and see which one lights. And from there I could gauge which one's the left turn signal and the right turn signal. Sorry, the left brake light and the right brake light, which will be in this case our turning signals as well. And over here, number 5, this is where the brake light switch is. I'm going to get that power and connect it to the number 5 wire. So I'm already going to take care of number 1, 3, and 5 in one shot underneath the column. Now the flasher, it's easy to wire. The number 7 wire from this unit goes to the P terminal. The L, number 6 wire goes to the L terminal. And then I'm going to have, in this car, I'm going to go straight to the starter to get my power. And I have a 15 amp fuse in there. So if you look at this, this is the plus over here. I don't know if you could tell. Plus, P and L is down here. I'm also going to ground this. And the front lights, it's number 2 and 4. I'm just going to run number 2 and 4 straight to the lights. And we're going to check for ground on those lights, make sure they're grounded right. And all we have to do is just connect these wires to them. So the only thing that's going out of the car is the power that will go into the junction on the starter. And these 2 power wires going to the front turning signal lights. And I'm going to cut the 2 wires coming out of the brake switch over there that are only on, they're only positive when you press the brake. So cut that and cut that. And now I just have to figure out which one's the right and brake light and which was the left brake light. So when you put power into this, the left brake light goes on. When I put power to this, the right brake light goes on. So figure these out. I'm going to show this once, how to do this. You strip her. You twist her around. You bend her over. Then you stick it. And then you crimp it. Then you give a nice tug from behind, and you're good. And I already did this. I'm using a weather pack connector here. Not a weather pack, sorry, a weatherproof connector. Heat shrinkable. Pop that in there. That's thick enough. You have to bend it over. And crimp that. Tug. You're good. And then use some heat. That's hot. Yes, it is, Barbarina.
Oh, wow.
Brianna, I'm not talking to you. It's a full house here tonight, folks.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna get hot tonight. And that's how it is. Alright, left turn signal's done. I'm gonna do the right turn signal next. Alright, so both left and right are good. Now I gotta get the power, the positive coming out of the brake switch, which is this orange wire here. So I'm just gonna connect that to one of the wires I cut over here and cap the other one. So I wired a flasher too. I'm gonna put this on the ground. I pulled in a power wire and we're gonna put this on the starter. So I'm just gonna mount this on top of the column there and put this ground in, and this flasher is gonna be done. Okay, now the power wire from the relay. I put the fuse in here, 15 amp fuse. I'm gonna go straight to the starter with this. Alright, and that's tight. One quick thing here with the front lights, the signals. This car already came in with these. The customer put them on already. So this, as you can see here, has a ground. So if we put power to this is good. Right? Now look at this side. Nothing. Put power, nothing. So you gotta be careful here when putting these on. You have to make sure it grabs a good ground, or else you might have to sand it down a little bit to get to a good ground. So that's what I'm gonna do now with these. Alright, so let me just fix this side over here. Alright, so I'm just going to grind this down a little bit here. Go to the metal. Alright, so I sanded it down. I sanded the bracket down. It's melt to metal contact, as you can see here. Now it's working. And you can also put some dielectric grease at the spots where you sanded down. I already did that, so it doesn't rust. So we're good with the lights in the front now. We just gotta wire them. Okay, now I just wired these two in the front, and the wiring is all done. This is the money shot, the moment of truth. Woo! She works, baby. Left is good. Right is good. Left. Right. Let's check the brakes. The brakes work. Brake with left. Brake with right. Let's do the headlights. Headlights work. Look at this. How cool is that? And I'm just going to order a wire loom here, a nice one. And I'm going to put all these in a wire loom and tuck in them nicely where they're supposed to go. And that concludes the turn signal installation. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel, like me, and share me. See ya!